In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set off on what should have been a challenging but achievable expedition across Russia's Ural Mountains. They were young, skilled, and confident, led by the respected Igor Dyatlov. But something happened on that icy mountainside that not one of them survived to tell. Weeks later, the rescue team discovered their abandoned campsite in horrifying disarray. The tent was slashed open from the inside, as if the hikers had burst out in a panic. Their footprints trailed into the forest, barefoot, half-dressed, heading straight into sub-zero temperatures. From the very start, the scene screamed one thing: they were running from something.
The bodies weren't found together. Instead, they were scattered across the frozen slopes in small, haunting groups. 2 of them lay near a cedar tree, barefoot, wearing only their underwear, as if they had fled in the middle of the night. 3 more were discovered halfway between the tree and the campsite, as if they died crawling back toward safety. The final 4 weren't found until months later beneath deep snow, and their condition only deepened the mystery. Some had skull fractures so severe they resembled the impact of a high-speed car crash, but with no external wounds. One woman's tongue, eyes, and part of her lips were missing. Another victim had clothes showing high levels of radiation. Nothing about their injuries matched hypothermia alone. Immediately, theories began swirling, many of them contradictory. Some investigators claimed an avalanche struck the tent and forced them to flee, but the slope wasn't steep enough, and no avalanche debris was ever found. Others suggested the hikers ate poisonous mushrooms or suffered delirium, but their calm footprints told another story. They walked, not ran. Some blamed infrasound, powerful low-frequency vibrations produced by mountain winds, possibly inducing panic or hallucinations. But why would hallucinating hikers walk in an orderly line? And how would that explain the massive internal injuries, comparable to those from explosions? Nothing fit neatly. The mountains seemed to be hiding the truth.
Witnesses from nearby villages reported seeing glowing orange orbs in the sky on the night the hikers died. These lights were described as hovering, drifting, and sometimes shooting across the sky. Soviet military tests were active in the region, leading some to suspect classified weapons. Radioactive trace elements found on the hikers' clothing only fueled this theory. If a secret weapon test went wrong, or if the hikers witnessed something they weren't meant to see, it could explain the violent trauma. But there was no official record, and the Soviet government remained silent. Whatever happened in that sky stayed locked behind military secrecy.
Local Mansi tribes spoke of strange creatures and powerful spirits inhabiting the mountain. They called the region Dead Mountain long before the hikers arrived. Some stories describe a howling force capable of driving people mad or dragging them into the snow. Rescue team members even reported hearing unsettling low-frequency sounds during the search, noises that didn't resemble wind. Whether supernatural or not, the hikers clearly encountered something that made them abandon the tent without shoes, without jackets, without logic. Fear, pure, irrational, overwhelming fear, was the only explanation for their behavior.
Based on the positions of the bodies and the clues left behind, investigators attempted to recreate their last moments. The group likely fled the tent in terror, unable to think clearly. Some died quickly from hypothermia. Others tried to build a fire, desperately tearing clothes from the dead to stay warm. Several attempted to return to the tent, but collapsed before reaching it. The final 4 must have fallen into a ravine or been thrown, suffering the brutal injuries that still defy explanation. Whatever happened, it unfolded within hours. A sudden event, an overwhelming force, and then silence in the snow.
To this day, no single theory completely answers every question. Not the avalanche, not the military, not infrasound or animals or hypothermia. Something terrified 9 skilled, rational adults into ripping open their tent and walking half-naked into a deadly blizzard. Something powerful enough to break bones without leaving a mark. Something strange enough to silence their voices forever. Over 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of Earth's coldest and most chilling mysteries. And perhaps the mountain still remembers what the world cannot.
This story is more than a mystery. It's a reminder that nature holds secrets we still don't understand. The hikers left behind a trail of clues, but each clue only deepens the riddle. Maybe the truth is buried beneath the snow. Maybe it's locked in old Soviet files. Or maybe, just maybe, it lies in the wind that still howls across Dyatlov Pass. If you want more mysteries like this, make sure to follow, subscribe, and step deeper into the unknown. Because some stories don't just stay in the past, they echo through time.